In a moment that sent shockwaves through the entire NFL community, Miami Dolphins superstar Tyreek Hill has suffered a devastating injury that could alter not only the course of this season, but potentially the trajectory of his entire career. Renowned for his electrifying speed, jaw-dropping agility, and game-breaking plays, Hill has been the heart and soul of the Dolphins' offense since his arrival. But now, the man known as the Cheetah faces his most formidable opponent yet, a torn ACL, along with significant ligament damage. This injury is more than just a physical setback, it's a mental and emotional battle that will test Hill's resilience, determination, and spirit like never before. As the news of Hill's injury broke, fans everywhere were left in utter disbelief, holding their breath and hoping for a miracle. The stadium, which had been roaring with excitement and anticipation, fell eerily silent as the reality of the situation began to sink in. Social media platforms exploded with messages of concern, support, and heartbreak, and the entire football world seemed to pause, united in shock and sympathy for one of the league's brightest and most beloved stars. The ripple effect of Hill's injury was felt far and wide, with fans, analysts, and even rival players speculating on the impact this would have on the Dolphins' season and Hill's future in the NFL. So, what exactly happened on that fateful night? Let's break it down and examine what this means for Tyreek, the Dolphins, and the NFL as a whole. The injury didn't just affect Hill, it sent shockwaves through the entire league, sparking intense discussions about player safety, the physical demands of professional football, and the fragility of even the most promising athletic careers. The incident has reignited debates about how teams and the league can better protect their players from such devastating injuries. The injury occurred during a high-stakes matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets, a game that was supposed to be a showcase of Miami's offensive firepower and Hill's unmatched talent. Hill was, as always, a focal point of the Dolphins' attack, making defenders miss and racking up yards with his signature explosiveness. But in the third quarter, disaster struck. The play that led to Hill's injury was a routine catch, something he's executed flawlessly countless times before. However, this time, the outcome was tragically different, and the consequences were immediate. After absorbing a hard hit while making that routine catch, Hill immediately clutched his knee and collapsed to the turf. The look of agony on his face said it all. This was no ordinary injury. Trainers rushed to his side, and the stadium held its collective breath as Hill was helped off the field. Unable to put any weight on his injured leg, the Dolphins' sideline, usually buzzing with energy and confidence, was suddenly somber and subdued. The gravity of the situation was palpable, and everyone present knew that this was a pivotal moment for both the team and Hill's career. By the end of the night, after a battery of tests, X-rays, and MRI scans, doctors confirmed the worst-case scenario. Tyreek Hill had torn his ACL, along with other ligaments in his knee. For any athlete, this is a crushing diagnosis. For a player who relies so heavily on speed, agility, and quick cuts like Hill, it's even more daunting. The road to recovery would be long, uncertain, and filled with obstacles. The medical team outlined a rigorous, multi-phase rehabilitation plan, emphasizing the importance of patience, discipline, and perseverance in the challenging months ahead. This isn't just a minor setback. ACL injuries have ended the careers of many great athletes, especially those who depend on explosive movement and quick acceleration. At 30 years old, Hill is no rookie. He's a seasoned veteran, and the clock is ticking. The question on everyone's mind, can he come back from this, or is this the end of an era? Hill's age, the severity of the injury, and the nature of his playing style add layers of complexity to his recovery, making this one of the most closely watched and talked about injuries in recent NFL history. But there's a glimmer of hope. Hill underwent surgery just days after the injury, and according to his doctors, the procedure was a success. The medical team expressed optimism about his prognosis, noting that Hill's exceptional physical condition, work ethic, and determination give him a fighting chance at a full recovery. The Dolphins organization released a statement thanking fans for their unwavering support and promising to stand by their star receiver every step of the way. The successful surgery was the first step in a long journey, but it provided a much-needed boost of optimism for Hill, his family, and his supporters. Hill himself wasted no time addressing his fans. From his hospital bed, he posted a heartfelt video on social media, flashing his trademark smile and assuring everyone that he's already focused on making a comeback. "This isn't how my story ends," he said. "I'll be back, faster and stronger than ever." The outpouring of support from teammates, coaches, and fans has been overwhelming, fueling Hill's determination to defy the odds. His message resonated deeply, inspiring not just his fans but also fellow athletes who have faced similar challenges and setbacks in their own careers. His message is clear: retirement is not an option. Hill is already setting his sights on the 2026 season, vowing to return to the field and remind everyone why he's considered one of the most dynamic and electrifying players in NFL history. His legendary work ethic and resilience have never been in question, and if anyone can beat the odds, it's Tyreek Hill. The road to recovery will be grueling, but Hill's unwavering determination, positive mindset, and relentless drive are his greatest assets as he embarks on this challenging journey. The road ahead won't be easy. Hill faces months of intense rehab, countless hours in the gym, and the mental challenge of overcoming such a serious injury. But if his career has taught us anything, it's that Hill thrives when the odds are stacked against him. His journey back will be one of the most closely watched stories in sports. The support of his family, friends, teammates, and fans will be crucial as he navigates this difficult path, and every small victory will be celebrated along the way. For the Dolphins, Hill's absence is a massive blow. He's not just a playmaker, he's a leader, a motivator, and the spark that ignites the offense. Without him, the team faces an uphill battle as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive. The coaching staff will need to adjust their game plan, and the rest of the roster must step up in a big way. The team's resilience, unity, and ability to adapt will be put to the ultimate test in the coming weeks as they fight to stay competitive. The impact is already being felt. The Dolphins' offense, once among the most feared and explosive in the league, now faces serious questions. Can they maintain their high-octane style without their top weapon? Will the defense be able to pick up the slack and keep games close? And most importantly, can the team rally together in the face of adversity and find new ways to win? The answers to these questions will determine the trajectory of the Dolphins' season and their chances of making a deep playoff run. The spotlight now shifts to Jalen Waddle and the rest of Miami's receiving corps. Waddle, a rising star in his own right, will be asked to shoulder a much bigger load and step into a leadership role. The Dolphins will need contributions from every corner of the roster, rookies, veterans, and role players alike. It's a true test of the team's depth, creativity, and resilience. The coaching staff will need to get creative with their play calling and find new ways to exploit defenses without their primary offensive weapon, keeping opponents guessing each week. Across the league, support for Hill has poured in. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Hill's former teammate, tweeted his encouragement, calling Hill one of the toughest competitors I've ever known. Other NFL stars, coaches, and analysts have echoed those sentiments, sending messages of hope, strength, and solidarity. The football community is rallying behind Hill, reminding us all that the game is about more than just wins and losses. It's about perseverance, brotherhood, and the indomitable human spirit. The outpouring of support highlights the respect and admiration Hill has earned throughout his remarkable career. Tyreek Hill's road to recovery officially begins now. The coming months will be filled with challenges, setbacks, and small victories. Every step forward will be a testament to his determination, the expertise of his medical team, and the unwavering support of those around him. Fans will be watching, hoping, and cheering for his return. Hill's journey will serve as an inspiration to many, proving that with hard work, a positive attitude, and relentless perseverance, even the toughest obstacles can be overcome. The big questions remain. Can the Dolphins survive this storm and keep their playoff dreams alive? And when Tyreek Hill finally returns, will he be the same unstoppable force we've come to know? Or will he come back even stronger, with a new chapter to write in his legendary career? The answers to these questions will unfold over time, and the anticipation will keep fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting every update and development. We want to hear from you. What do you think about Tyreek Hill's injury and his chances of making a triumphant return? Will the Dolphins rise to the occasion, or is this the end of their Super Bowl hopes? Drop your take in the comments below and join the conversation. Your insights and opinions are valuable, and we look forward to hearing what you have to say. Let's keep the discussion going and support Hill together. And don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest updates on Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins, and all the breaking news from around the NFL. Stay tuned, this story is far from over. Your support helps us bring you the most comprehensive coverage, and we appreciate every like. Playmaker once in one. Meiner Sommern Mansenlon. Subscribe and one. For being part of our community and for following along as we witness this incredible journey together.